What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Revival. My name is JJ, and today I'm talking Retropalooza and recent pickups. So I'll try to knock out most of the pickups that I got that weren't from Retropalooza first, and just because they were like stuff I bought like either on Amazon or there was a game store that closed that I got a few good ones on. So yeah, first stack is these are just like stuff I saw online that I thought looked kind of neat, and either they were new and I wanted them, or the price was good and I was like, oh yeah, what the heck, I'll give it a shot. So first one up is Destiny of an Emperor on NES. Looked like an NES RPG. Have not played it yet, but I love old school RPGs, and I really like seeing the the roots of the genre, and kind of seeing them in the early stages to kind of see how they were back then. So I'm really excited to give that one a shot. Next one is actually got 4 Switch games here. First one is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. My Switch collection is actually growing pretty nicely. I love these cases. They're super oversized for the size of the cartridge, but man, they just look really sharp. They look good on the shelf. But yeah, I'm really excited to dive into this because I enjoyed the first one. But I'm not going to tackle it yet because I know it's going to be a huge time sink. So yeah, definitely excited to get into it though. Next one's another RPG that I saw, Battle Chasers Night War. The art style and the graphics just looked so cool and so intriguing that I definitely want to give this one a shot. And I saw it for a pretty good price, so I was like, yeah, I'll pick it up. Why not? Another one by the same company, THQ Nordic, Titan Quest. I played this on the PC, but I never actually finished it. And while I was actually in Texas over the weekend at Retropalooza, I was playing this quite a bit on my Switch, and it's so much nicer on handheld. When you can take it with you and stuff on the go. It plays great on the PC, don't get me wrong. It actually probably plays better on the PC, but it really is really nice being able to play it on the go as well. It's basically like a Diablo clone, but with like Greek mythology and stuff. Really cool game. And anybody has it and you want to play online, let me know, because I could use some friends on there. And then next one, so one of my, I'm not huge on streamers. I just watching other people play video games is kind of like, I mean, if you like that stuff, by all means go for it. I would personally prefer to play the games. But one streamer that I do watch every now and then, who I think is super entertaining, is Swiftdoor. And he has been playing, funny enough, Monopoly on his channel, and the graphics and the pop-up type nature of how everything looks and stuff, it's really cool, and I just thought it was so aesthetically pleasing to look at, and I was like, you know what, why not? I'll get a Monopoly game, sure, because it was nice and cheap, and I, like I said, I like the way the Switch games looked on my shelf, so I was like, I'll pick it up. Why the hell not? And I've actually played it quite a bit, and I enjoy it. I mean, I'll watch a TV show or something like that, and I'll just kind of mindlessly play Monopoly on my in handheld mode on my Switch. So I'm not gonna say I recommend it. If you like Monopoly, I would say go look at gameplay videos and stuff, and if it's the same oh, that looks really cool, yeah, give it a shot. If you can find it for the right price. And then the other one is needs no introduction. Of course, I was gonna get this Dragon Quest XI. Again, same way with Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I want to play it so bad, but man, it's going to be a huge time sink, so I'm going to have to wait until I know that I can devote time into going after it. Plus, I still haven't decided whether I want to keep going with the series, since I've only played 1 through 4, or if I want to skip right to this one, because I really like seeing that progression in the series as well, having played 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. So I don't know, I got to decide on that, but yeah, really looking forward to playing it nonetheless. Next 3 games are, there was a game store that closed by, and they had there was a game store that closed nearby, I can talk, that had they were like, hey, we're closing down, here's our Facebook page, everything's going to be like 50 to 80% off or something like that, just come on in, we're trying to get rid of everything. It was like, oh, sweet. By the time I got there, it was like the last day, so it was like they were pretty well cleaned out on most of the really good stuff. But I did find a few things because I got it super cheap. 2 Assassin's Creed games, Syndicate and Unity, just because I don't have them, so I figured I'd grab them because they were like, I think maybe like $4 or $5 a piece, if that. And then also, I have never owned the first Sonic the Hedgehog on Sega Genesis, and they had it, and had manual and everything inside of it. A little dusty, but beyond that, I mean, it was in great shape, and this is a classic that I've always wanted, so I'm really, really happy that I got this one too. So, Retropalooza. I'm not going to go into super huge depth, because over on the Just a Bit Gaming YouTube channel and their audio stuff and everything, I'm sure it's going to be on. Adrian is going to be putting together some stuff as well, and I think hopefully I'm going to be able to hop in on that, and we'll do some recounting of how things went. But long story short, I went down there to Arlington, Texas, and got to hang out with Adrian and his wife Amy. They were like the nicest people I've ever met. Gracious enough to, since I flew down, I didn't have any way to really drive around. I was planning on just Ubering everywhere. They were nice enough to drive me around because they live a few hours away, and they drove down. We ate together and like hung out at the convention, and just like Adrian and I, like right off the bat, just connected because we have very, very similar views on video games, and so we just talk, and it was just so exciting, and I was so amped to be able to just have somebody that I could just talk about this stuff with and have it be reciprocated, because I got friends that I talk to about it and they listen and stuff. And even if they're into games, they're not necessarily into the exact kind of games that I am. And while Adrian and I, there's a few games that we differ on. Like, he's super into the Dark Souls series, and I am terrified to try them because I get frustrated super easily, and I don't want to break any controllers, so... But he, just talking about collecting and different experiences we've had, we're both super nostalgic. It was just so much fun, and I can't thank them enough for how great they were to me, and just the amazing time that I was able to have down there, largely in part due to them. That being said, I was able to get a bunch of games, and I technically spent less than I was going to, which is kind of cool. I say technically because we'll probably talk about that a little bit on his channel. So definitely go check out Just a Bit Gaming. And look for the companion video over there. And I'll also actually have one over here. Adrian and I got together in my hotel room and did a video on our top 5 N64 games that we'd like to see on an N64 Classic. So that's also going to be coming out pretty soon. So yeah, from the top, the first 2 were the first 2 games when I walked into the convention floor that first thing I did was I just walked around, kind of got a feel for everything. But then I saw Lord of the Rings Tactics on PSP. I had no idea that there was even a tactical RPG on the PSP with the Lord of the Rings. I thought that was so neat. I looked at it and stuff, and it was super cheap. I think it was like $7 or something, and I was like, sure, why not? I'll pick it up. So definitely excited to give that one a shot. And with that, I also bundled it with Front Mission 4. I've never played a Front Mission game. And I think the lower ones in the series, like 1 and 2 and stuff, I think those are a little bit more pricey, but this one was super cheap. And bundled these 2 together, I think I got like $14-15, so which wasn't bad at all. And for 2 games that I'm going to get hours with, I'll take that any day of the week. So super excited to get into both of those. Next one is a game that I actually didn't really even know anything about until I saw on Super Derek on his YouTube channel. I watched a review that he had done on it. It's Sweet Home for the NES. Basically, it's like a survival horror RPG where you're like exploring like a haunted house, and from what I understand, it's like Resident Evil before Resident Evil. Like it's Capcom's first foray into that whole area of gaming, I guess. I don't even know how to put it into words, but basically, from what I understand, it was Resident Evil before the actual Resident Evil made by Capcom. And it just looks super intriguing, and apparently the only way to get it is by like emulation or ROM on a cartridge or something like that, and that's exactly what this is. But I thought it looked neat, and I was like, it wasn't too bad on the price, so I was like, yeah, I'll pick it up. Why not? Because I really liked the way that it looked when I saw it on his review. So I went there with two things in mind that I wanted. So since I flew, I didn't have a lot of room. When I went to Mo Game Con, I drove, so I had my car. I could basically carry as much crap as I wanted to, because I could just drive it all back. Since all I had was my backpack, and that already had my clothes in it, I was planning on just like being like, okay, I gotta do Game Boy games, and keep it small. Which I was actually surprised I was able to get this much in there, so it's pretty impressive. But I had in mind that I was going to look for the any games in the Mega Man Battle Network series, because I am super interested in those. I like the concept of being able to like customize your own robots and stuff, and with different parts and moves and stuff like that. And it looks like RPG-ish, so I was really looking for one of those, and or Super Mario Land 2 6 Golden Coins, which I've never played, but I've heard amazing things about. Unfortunately, that one apparently like goes like that. I don't know, because I asked around and there was none. Surprisingly, everybody was like, "Oh, I had it, but I sold it already." And this was at when they first opened. People see it, I guess, and just jump right on. So I may end up having to go, because I've never seen it out in the wild. I may end up having to just go online and pulling the trigger on one there, because I definitely do want to play it. But anyway, so I made like 3 passes around the entire thing. Could not find any of those. Adrian, just a big gaming podcast, he actually shoots me a text after I had gone. I was like, I had been walking around for like 4 hours. I was beat, and I was just all, like, not done, definitely not done, but I was just wiped out for a while. So I was like, I'm gonna go lay down, maybe take a nap. I'm old, so yes, I'm not afraid to say it. I'll take a nap every now and then. I will sleep the shit out of a nap. I get there, and I'm laying down, and I get a text message from Adrian. Hey, dude, I found Battle Network. And I'm like, what? No, I looked all over the place. Where the hell did you find it? The reason I didn't find it was because I was looking at the Game Boy Advance cartridges all over the place, and they were in a bin inside DS cases. So I go down, and he shows me where they're at, and they've got Battle Chip Challenge, Battle Network 3, Battle Network 4, Battle Network 5. And the guy was asking, I think, like about $80 total. Like, they were all priced out individually, but he was asking about $80 total. I talked him down to $65, so I got a really great deal on these. I'm still not 100% sure. The more I look at these cases, the more I do like them. But that means I'm gonna have to get like advanced cases for all the other ones, that all the other advanced games that I have, or DS cases for all the other advanced games that I have. So I'm not sure I'm gonna do that yet, but I'm super excited to get to try these, because these all had no manuals or anything, but they all had the games, and I got a great deal on them. I'm really excited. I was like hoping to get maybe 1 or 2, but the fact that they were all just sitting right there was just so cool. So yeah, really excited. And thank you, Adrian, for that. And the next one, actually, because the next booth that I went to, he had said, "Have you played a game called Eternal Eyes?" And I was like, "I've never even heard of it." And he pulls it up on his phone. He shows me some screenshots and stuff. He's like, "It's a tactical RPG, and it's like, I think it was like $7 or something." And I was like, "I got $7, sure." So he showed me where it was. I went over, and I was like, "I will absolutely get a tactical RPG for $7." So Eternal Eyes, really great condition. Looking forward to definitely checking this out at some point as well. And I bundled that with Bomberman 64, complete in box. really good price as well. I think it was $35. I was blown away because I have only played this game like once or twice, but I remember it being such a big deal as far as multiplayer goes. So I'm super, super excited to get this and actually try out the real thing, because I think the only time I played it was on Wii U. Yeah, and I was just so excited that it was in such great condition and complete in box. So really excited. Like I said, there's going to be another video coming about that me and Adrian did. That's going to be on my channel, and then also go check out Just a Bit Gaming. Again, I want to say a huge thank you to both him and his wife, Amy. They are some of the nicest people I've ever met in my life, and I can't thank them enough just for driving me around and hanging out with me. Because I guarantee if I didn't have them to talk to, I probably would have just ended up being, you know, shy JJ and kind of like walking around buying stuff, and I probably would have missed out on some of these games as well. And I'm just super thankful and super grateful. So again, thanks for watching, and as always, keep on gaming.